Okay, so this video is going to be about how to cite an article from SIRS, opposing viewpoints, or issues and controversies. And I've already showed how to do an article title, like a journal article or an ebook from the EBSCO host databases. So if you are wanting to know how to cite those things, you need to go look at the other video. Okay, so if you are citing something from SIRS, and I'm just going to do a really general search here for food stamps. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and pick this. Actually, I'm probably going to pick this second source. Keep in mind, whenever you are looking at sources on SIRS, they're pulling from different types of sources. So like this would be a newspaper article. This would be a magazine article. This would be a newspaper. This would be a newspaper. This would be a newspaper. You just have to make sure that you're looking to see what type of source you're citing before you actually cite it. So I'm going to pick this one since we haven't cited a magazine yet. So this is still from a database. So I'm still citing a database. And then once I get there, I'm citing a magazine. Okay, the name of my database is SIRS Issues Researcher, and it pops right up. Now, the URL for this, you can go ahead and take right from the top here. It's not like the permalink that you need for EBSCO, and you don't need a DOI. The most recent date of access is today. Okay, the article authors, let's see. This guy is Matthew Desmond. So, Desmond. Matthew. My article title is Why Work Doesn't Work Anymore. I don't need an English translation. Page 36. So I'm just going to put 36 here. I'm not going to put anything here. Actually, I am going to put 36 on both of those. Name of magazine, New York Times Magazine. I don't have a volume number and I don't have an issue number. The publication date is September 16th, 2018. Okay, once I've done that, I don't need to do anything else. So I can go ahead and hit save. Again, for SIRS, just make sure that you are looking at this and you are making sure you're paying attention to the type of source that is being cited. And also it says up here, once you click into the actual source, what type of source that it is. Okay, if you're citing a source from opposing viewpoints. Okay, and I'm just going to do a general search here for food stamps as well. Okay, now whenever you look at the sources that this pulls up, like it tells you what kind of source it is. This is a journal. This is a viewpoint. Anything that you take from here is going to be written like its original content for the database. These are primary sources. These are references. You just have to pay attention to the author. Like these come from newspapers. These are from magazines. So for this one, I just want to show you how to do something that actually is written by the database itself. So I'm just going to say why the left is wrong about welfare reform. I'm going to come over here. I'm still citing a database, but this is original content in database. We know that it's Opposing Viewpoints online collection. Okay, the name of the database is Opposing Viewpoints in context. The database publisher or vendor can be found if we go to the very bottom. This one is, I think it's just Gale. Let me make sure that's going to be right though. Should just be Gale. Yep, Gale, a Cengage company, so Gale. The date of publication is going to be just 2018. And my URL can again just be taken from right up here. My most recent date of access is today. Now, we don't have an author. We're going to leave that blank. We're not going to use this as our author. The article title, Why the Left is Wrong About Welfare Reform. Okay, and after that, we are done, so we can hit save. Again, with opposing viewpoints, you have to be careful because, again, they have information that they've written themselves, like their viewpoints section, and they have primary sources. They have academic journals. So you just have to be careful with the type of source that you're pulling. Okay, and the last thing I'm going to show you how to cite is from issues and controversies, so food stamps. I'm going to do a quick search for those. And we're just going to do this first article that pops up here. Okay, so again, this is a citation. It's still a database, but it is still original content from the database. Okay, so the name of our database is Issues and Controversies. The database publisher, find that by scrolling all the way down. It's actually info-based learning this time. The date of publication, I don't think we have a date of publication, so we'll leave that blank, and the URL can be copied and pasted directly. And today is the most recent date of access. We don't have an author. I don't think that we have an author. Let me make that a little bit bigger. I don't think that we have an author. Okay, so we're going to leave this blank, and then we're just going to put our article title in. So I'm just going to copy and paste it in. And then I am finished. Well, actually for MLA, you need to make sure that all of these are capitalized. So I'll capitalize those really quickly. Hit save. Okay, now when I am finished, okay, I'm going to come up here and I'm going to export this to Google Docs. And then I'm just going to copy and paste it onto my paper. And that is all you have to do. You are done. Again, I would make sure that you are checking very carefully what type of source you're using, especially from the databases like SIRS or Issues and Controversies and Opposing Viewpoints. If you take anything from EBSCO, it's most likely going to be a journal article or an ebook. So just make sure you're checking on that. Don't be afraid to go back and look something up again if they don't have, if your printout does not have all the information that you need. If you have questions, please ask.